Welcome to Mobile Rolling. After the break, it'll be my pleasure to be talking to someone that has been at the top of their field from when they were a teenager and is still at the top of that field.
Here at Valley Horse Transport, our high level of knowledge and experience within the equine industry ensures that your most important and most loved assets are professionally transported with the utmost safety and welfare. Adelaide to Melbourne, Melbourne to Sydney, with reliable connections throughout all states in Australia. With the well-being of your equine companions being of paramount importance, our angle load transport trucks are fully equipped with a full range of safety devices and features. As well as providing professional equine transport, Valley Horse Transport also have multiple stabling facilities located among our routes, ensuring your horse arrives safe and in excellent condition. When the best is only good enough, ring us at Valley Horse Transport on 0499 449 151.
Welcome to Mobile Rolling, and I'm here with Mandy Pascoe. Amanda Miller.
Yes.
Mandy Pascoe. How are you, Mandy?
I'm good, thanks, Gary. Yes,
good.
Thank you.
When I said in the intro that it was someone at the top of their field, you're well known for preparation of yearlings going back to, we don't want to give your age away, but when you was a teenager, so it's over 40 years.
Yeah, it is.
So you had a bit of a break there. So we'll get to that in a minute. We'll start from the start. Obviously, you're up at Birdwood now. You obviously didn't start at Birdwood. You were an Adelaide girl.
Right.
Tell us a bit about mum and dad, where you lived when you were younger, what school you went to, and go from there.
Sure. Okay. When mum and dad were together, we lived in Kings Park on a little street called Ningana Avenue, which is sort of where we get the bit of a link for the property.
For Ningana Park?
Yeah.
So what, your father, he was a doctor, wasn't he?
Correct, yes. Doctor for many years, obstetrician, gynaecologist.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Didn't need him, no.
No.
So did your mum work at all, or?
She was a receptionist for a while with him, mainly sort of raised the kids. Right. That was sort of the goal.
So how many, there's you and there's...
two brothers.
Two brothers?
Both doctors.
Both doctors?
Yeah, so I'm the bad apple in the tree, I think.
So you're the clever one that got into the horses.
Yeah.
So okay. How old, you said your mum and dad split up, how old were you then?
Yeah, I was about 11 when they split up, and Dad basically sort of came in, and so I didn't know Dad that well, to be honest, because at the time he was very hard.
So what school were you going to at that time?
Annesley College, MLC it started, and then Annesley College.
Oh my God.
Didn't really tick the boxes for me. I struggled. I didn't do very well. I was probably a little bit belligerent, not the best student, and ended up going to Embark.
Okay.
And that was my thing, and I ended up year 12, I topped the year, so did
cool.
very well.
Okay, so were you living with your mum? So that would have been from 11 through to what, 16, 17, was it?
Longer really, because we went from, not long after the divorce, we went to North Adelaide, lived on O'Connell Street. My brothers, it was close to uni for them. Mm-hmm. So basically until they finished or got fairly established with uni, Mum and I lived down in town, and I think the end of 1989 we bought the property in Birdwood. So Mum lived up there with me as well.
So you've had some prestigious postcodes.
Yeah,
Kings
I know.
Park and
Kings Park,
North Adelaide.
Yeah.
So you and your mother, how old were you? You bought the property together?
Mum bought the property,
and
Dad was good enough to help improve it.
Okay.
And did the barn and the round.
So when you bought it, how many acres is up there?
80 acres.
80 acres,
so there wasn't much there bar the house when we bought it.
And so you put stables up and...
Yeah, stables, the barn, the round yard, white yards,
and all that stuff.
and yeah, sort of the beginnings of a track.
So how old were you then?
I was 19, 20, so it was just after I graduated from Roseworthy.
Okay, so turning the clock back, you've started doing the yearling preparation, of which everybody knows. Every time there was and even of late, when you've made a comeback into the preparation, that you always got the best. Well, 99.9% of the time had the best presented colts and fillies. So if you started that as a teenager, would have been 13. So you've already had 6 or 7 years. How did you get into that? Why did you get into that? Sure. And who did you get into that with?
Marshall and Beverly Steer were very good friends of my mother's, and Uncle Marsh, I called him, sort of, I think...
Well, was he at Balhanna?
Balhanna, Torrey Park, yeah. He basically took me under his wing because I was so deeply involved with and loving horses.
With the Uber, I think.
Yeah, and when with the split up, I sort of got a little riding horse of my own, and but basically Uncle Marsh took me under his wing. I started basically doing whatever he did with the horses.
So at that stage, the yearling sales would have been at the agriculture, like at the showgrounds, correct? Wayville, in the corner there, where which is now.
And there was so many.
There was
so many breeders.
140 yearlings. So at that stage, did Marshall have stallions or just have?
No, he didn't stand. He did own parts of stallions. Mainly, he was involved with stallions at Reawarra with Rex Vanstone.
Oh yeah.
Also, he sent mares all over the state to the different studs.
So that was in the days of, it would have been pre-Merv Mumford, wasn't it?
No, Merv had Kawartha.
Down at Kawartha,
and Happy Talk was around.
Was he down at Norman's?
Jimmy Toole
down at Kapunda.
Kapunda, that's right.
He had Skipper Mike and a couple of others.
No, it was before my time, that one.
Okay. Yeah. Oh no, it was after your time.
Skipper Mike.
Yeah, I reckon. Anyway, so you got a bit of that became your forte. I mean, I can remember like at the showgrounds when they had you would had a little amphitheatre type thing in the corner there on Goodwood Road there as you come in, and that. Yeah. So that was, we used to get Peter Paulette from Western Australia would come over and buy a stack of them, and there was always. It was huge, wasn't it? So,
it was, No, it was great to, I think we used it more as a competition, the breeders, than anything else, to pit yourself against the others to get your horses to look the best. And Uncle Marsh was great in that he didn't put any constrictions on me. He let me sort of basically, I'd play with them all day and feed them through the eyeballs.
So when you did that, so obviously you would have been, well, when you were 13, you wouldn't have driven a car, well, certainly not legally. So did Mum just take you up there all the time, and or did you start there for the weekends and just immerse yourself in that?
Yeah, look, basically it started, he'd pick me up on a Saturday morning, Uncle Marsh. We'd head out to Globe Derby, and he'd have a look at his horses. He'd have horses in work with Barry Forrest. And I'd get to drive them. I can remember, the first horse I ever drove was Barrister, home from the trials one morning.
So that was the late Barry Forrest there?
Yeah.
So did you actually drive in any races or trials?
I did. I didn't drive very many. I think I only had about 3 or 4 race drives. I think I ran third in my very first drive. I was told not to sit in the death, and I lobbed 1-1, and the horse in front of me dropped to the fence, so lobbed the death. But yeah, still ran third.
Well, nothing's changed. Drivers of today still do the same thing.
Exactly.
But they blame something else. So
I basically stopped driving when I got pregnant with Sam.
Okay. So when you went up to Ningana and you did the horses, and you used to breed ponies and you used to breed chocolate Labradors and lots of things, didn't you?
Yes, we've still got the ponies. Yes, still got the ponies. They're probably not as active with them at the moment. They're are they ornaments. Caspians.
Yeah, Caspians. Yeah. So getting back to the place you stood some stallions at one stage, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had a bit of a go at those. I remember you had the horse of Peter Walsh's Slugger Gin. You stood him for a while. What else did you have?
We've had Bad Bert.
Bad Bert, yeah.
Tibet.
Tibet,
that's great. Lovely, all beautiful mannered horses.
Yeah.
We got Kawartha Robust towards the end.
Did you?
Vanston Hanover, I think we stood him for a little while too. So, yeah, we basically, you know, the breeding industry in South Australia, then there was options to go with the young stock. So, you know, you could breed 20 a year and be able to place them.
Yeah, and now you can't.
And it's a little harder now. You've got to be, to be commercial, you've got to really choose the stallions you go to, and it's hard.
Exactly, it's too hard. So we're getting, in relation to the yearling sales, we've seen you here at the showgrounds, and then of course it went to down to Morphettville. And you also, at one stage there, you prepared horses. I think you might have topped the sale in Tasmania, wasn't it? You took some to Tasmania?
Yeah, we did about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
we went to
Tasmania, yeah.
Yeah,
and
they went really well over there.
So basically, you didn't take any. You took some to Melbourne sometimes. Not
yeah,
many?
We prepared a lot for Melbourne actually.
Were they for
mainly the gold sale?
Were they for you, or were they for vendors?
Both. Trevor and Christine Scadden. We prepared a lot of yearlings for them over the years. Yeah. And you know, we'd maybe do some for them, some for Finingana Park, and just
so
mixed it up a little. But it's a hard sale.
Yeah, you never did any in Sydney or Brisbane or Perth. It was mainly just Adelaide was your forte, and then Melbourne and Tasmania.
That's right.
So you raced a few horses over the years. You know, well, we'll go back to some you bred. I know some of you bred. You bred Yada Yada Yada, which is a nice horse of Andy Gass. He won, I don't know, hundreds of thousands, didn't he?
I think she's ended up winning, because she's gone to the States, she's ended up winning nearly $1 million. She won the, I think, Victorian, Tasmanian and South Australian Oaks in a year.
She wasn't very big, was she? Or...
She was tiny. We took 2 horses that year. We took an Albert colt out of Sensational, and she was an Ambro operative filly out of Fiddly Bits, and he just looked like a racehorse. He was on his toes, he was athletic, and he was just a real go-getter. King Albert he ended up being handy, but not like her.
He raced in Tasmania, didn't he?
In Victoria as well. I think Merv Butterworth.
And the bunny.
Yeah, it was his first horse he ever bought. And he looked at Yada, and
she was related to that horse, wasn't she? Out of the half sister. She's out of Fiddly Bits.
Yeah. She there's just nothing you could recommend her to buy on as a yearling. She was, she ended up probably being 14-1, so she was probably a 12-hand yearling and just looked like a little barrel. She was just solid and lovely little filly, but she could really go. Yeah.
So what were some of the others that you can you remember some of the others that you bred?
That we've bred.
You sold at the sales and stuff like that.
Sure.
I
did try and have a bit of a think, but it's tricky. I know that for Scaddens there was Adam's Rocket. He was a nice horse.
He was a nice horse.
Diomo.
Which is a Sergi Carbone combination.
They bought him, You know, there's been a lot over the years, but more recently, I suppose, Jamaican Rock and Nicely Spoken.
Yeah.
They were
ones that you got ready.
Yeah.
And because I can remember when the yearling sales was resurrected, and I think Michael Taylor and Medhurst and that, I think they sent some horses here, didn't they?
That's right.
And you could tell, like, I don't think you'd done it for a while, and I remember contacting you and said, I don't know, maybe, okay.
Yeah, no, I probably had about a 10-year break. The kids sort of, they went through the pony driving ranks, and just it got tough sort of doing the ponies, the race horses, and we were showing Western horses as well. So I probably, I suppose you could say, burnt out a little bit. I'd had enough. I just didn't sort of have the passion and the enthusiasm for racing. And, I was more focused on what the kids wanted to do and where their love and joy was. And so we just showed horses.
So did you prepare any for the sales in Adelaide this year?
Yes. We had 11.
11.
I think. I mean, 10 or 10.
And,
10 or
and
11.
obviously next year you'll be...
I'm trying to figure out now where the bookings are coming from. We don't usually advertise, it's usually word of mouth, and we stick with our previous clients first.
Yeah.
We have a sort of a loyalty thing that if, you know, first in is the guys that have had horses with me previously. So I believe Jeff Eason is coming back. He'll be nominating a group of yearlings, and I'll speak to Peter Medhurst again and see where he's going with his. But we don't usually take more than 10. We've got a 11 horse barn and probably got too much gear in one of the stables, so we can take 10, Sam and I. And yeah, that's enough. I think one year, I think we did 26 at 3 different sales, and it was just crazy. It was too much. So with working the race horses, 10 will be plenty.
Okay. All right, we'll have a break and we'll be back next week with an update on more on Mandy Pascoe.